Okay. Can you guys hear me? Jay, can you hear me in the back? Okay, great. Well, thank you again for coming tonight. One of our goals was to have a nice meal, so check, got that done. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And again, thank you to not only the kitchen staff, but thank you to the banquet committee for all the work you guys did to put things together. So let's give our banquet committee a nice round. Okay, so tonight what we'd like to do is just take a couple minutes, do some thank yous, do some celebration, honor our seniors particularly, and then we have a short, about a 3-minute highlight video that Mason Westerkamp put together. It looks really good, so we'll do that, and then we'll just finish up. So again, I want to thank everybody for coming. The first thing I want to do is I want to thank our coaches. So could we get all our coaches to stand up? You guys give these guys a round of applause. I believe the seniors will take a couple minutes at the end and celebrate our coaches too. But I want to personally thank our coaches. I think sometimes we take it for granted. We just, how much work they do. We had a great year. Really a lot of great coaching synergy in our staff. I'm glad Maverick's here too, because she came to a couple staff meetings on Sunday nights and really participated well and did a good job keeping us on track. So thank you, coaches, and it was a great year. I'd like to thank our support staff. I'd like to thank our administration. I'd like to thank Dan Brandehorst and Mr. Hurtigan and Mr. Zylstra for the support they give to PC football and all our sports. And I also would like to thank all the people who make football go here. I was in this auditorium a week ago for Adams play, and I was in this auditorium 2 weeks ago for the high school play, and they had something like 75 people stand up to make the high school play go, which was great. And that's kind of how it feels a little bit with PC football. So could I get all our support staff? I see Dale's here. Who else is here from the press box? Chain gang, stats, videotape, stats guys. I see Daryl and Marvin in the back. You guys need to stand up. Come on. Dale's. Stand up. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. Yes. Glenn, our videographer. Yes. What's really great about our support staff is, when people come to Pella Christian for a football game, I think they see great football. I think they see things done well. So we cannot host a football game. We cannot do things without our support staff. And it's kind of a thankless job, so thank you for all making things go so well. I want to thank our Mothers Club. I want to thank our lead moms, Angela Veenstra and Jana Vink, for all the work they did, including tonight. So give our Mothers Club and Lee's mom a round. I'd like to, she took my daughters home, but I'd like to thank my wife for all the work she does for PC football and for Pella Christian in general. So I think that, if I missed somebody, I apologize. I just want to say, one of the things that our support staff really allows me, and I think our coaches to do, is to focus on coaching football. And so, even the whole thing this summer with, the buildings and grounds, getting our retaining walls fixed and the track done and new turf down, that was just taken care of, and so we didn't have to worry about it, and so we could just kind of focus on coaching football. So I want to thank everyone who participated in that. There's 3 people that I want to take just a special moment and thank, and that's our managers. So we had 3 managers this year. Where are they? Trent, Braden, and Matt. Come on up. I got some stuff for you guys. Being a football manager is a lot of work, and it's kind of a thankless job. So can I get you three guys to come on up? Give these guys a round. Thank you. These guys are great. They set up the field before practice. They tear the field down after practice. Water bottles, everything. Again, they allow our players to focus on playing. They allow the coaches to focus on coaching. And so thank you very much for that. Okay. What we'd like to do tonight is just, again, celebrate our season and honor our seniors particularly, but just also take a moment to celebrate each player in our program. So we're going to take some time and introduce class by class our team. So I have Coach Newsma and Coach Pingle. They're going to come up and introduce the freshmen.
I'll say their names, hand it to you. Maybe I'll have them come over here. So, freshmen, we have a great middle school coaching staff. You know, I know Joe's here. I think I saw Josh here. You know, they come with offensive fundamentals, defensive fundamentals. You know, they understand, you know, which way to run on the football field most of the time. But seriously though, middle school coaches, is there any way you can help us by helping next year's 8th graders instill how to read coaches' minds? Okay, thank you. I feel bad for the freshmen. I think about last year too, because I'm not sure. I'm sure Silas can think of a time. Brandon can probably think of a time. Elias can probably think of a time. Maybe all the freshmen can. Where, why is Coach Pingle yelling at me all of a sudden? You know, it's like, you didn't read my mind that you're supposed to sprint from here to here versus walk like everybody else. So yeah, so if you can get that in, I think it's going to help the freshman class immensely. No, but overall, we had a great freshman class. You know, good, talented, a lot of growth opportunities there, and we look forward to seeing how they grow over the next 3 years. So as you come up, once you exit or enter on my left, your right, and grab your certificate from Coach Newsma. Wyatt. Tyler. Brandon. And see Brandon smiling now, and one time he got yelled at on the sideline for smiling or something, right? Yeah. Brandon, nice job. Camden. They're going back down. Elias. Jet. Connor. Jude. William. Elliot. Joshua. Let's speed this up a little bit. Corbin. Silas. You know how many times I said Silas and Elias and got it wrong usually? That's not enough. Evan. And Evan many times with Ethan for some reason, but he's Evan today. Drew. Nice job, freshman.
What? I don't know what you're saying. All right, so we'll be announcing the sophomores. Sophomore year is a hard one because some of your teammate or your classmates are going up and playing varsity, some are not. The size of our school, sometimes it can be hard to get JV games, especially throughout the whole season. But you guys did an awesome job, even when we didn't have games for you, preparing the varsity on scout team, and then those of you that played as well. So we'll start reading the sophomores' names up. Come up here, and then you're gonna stay up right over there. So Oliver. Toby. Eli. I'm not yours. Gage. Landon. Trevor, know your teammates. Brecken. Devin. Blake. Blake's 7, sorry. Get out of here. Dylan. Hunter. Caleb. Guys paused on that one. Garrett. That was a good one. You guys are on sync there. And Trevor. Sorry, maturity level. No, I'm just... Good job, sophomores.
Easy. Easy now. All right. Well, me and Braden have the privilege of announcing the juniors here. And, you know, for being a junior, this year's the first year where a lot of players get their first real action out on the gridiron, on the football field. And, you know, in some ways it can be a welcome to high school football in a bad way, or it can be the other way around where, you know, juniors come in ready to go and can be the way around and lay the wood. So I'm really proud of the junior class, how they stepped up and filled roles this year. It was awesome to see that. I know I wasn't here last year or the years before to see where you guys had come from, but nonetheless, I'm excited to see where you guys are going to go next year and how you can continue to lead and step into a leadership role and lead as seniors next year. So here's Braden.
All right, I'm going to try to say last names. We'll see how this goes. All right, Landon Franzman. Daniel Gilworth.
Oh, hey.
Everything all right?
I don't know what's going on.
Theo Hugan. Tim Minders. Johnny Morgan. Johnson Morgan. It says Johnny on there, though. Camden Parker. Isaac Pence. Cooper Sprunk. Connor Van Zee. And last but not least, Josiah Vink. Good job, juniors.
I get the privilege of introducing the seniors. It's always fun to watch the kids grow from freshman to senior class. I don't know, it's just fun to watch the kids grow and turn into men, and then to also be able to follow them, you know, through life and watch them start their families and everything like that. So. What's so funny? None of you guys are Snapchat hackers, are you? This year? John Boonder. Isaiah Breams. Keegan Fatma. Caden Crude. Joshua Moldy. Noah Nenikoven. Benny Schurz. Caleb Van Arendonk. Traven Monin. Trevor Veenstra. your senior class.
Okay. This is what we call the senior moment time. You know, get to be my age, senior moment. So I just want to take a minute, and it's really hard to do to, I guess, really express what these young men have meant to me, I think our whole coaching staff, and really to our team. But we're going to try. Take a minute to do this. And so the last couple of days, I've been jotting down my thoughts and trying to kind of encapsulate things. But interesting enough, I found in my briefcase some pieces of paper these guys all filled out last spring. You guys remember these? You guys remember these things I had you guys do? Yeah, they kind of forgot about them. And I found them in my briefcase today. And this is just kind of some stuff we did last spring, looking forward to the 2023 season. And one of the questions I thought was very interesting, I think this is maybe kind of the theme that I want to talk about tonight with these guys, is I'm not going to name names here, but I'm just going to read, because one of the questions I asked was, what will be our keys to success in 2023? So this is 6 months ago, okay, before we even started, way back in the spring. And one of the seniors wrote, teamwork, hard work, persistence. Second senior, what will be our keys to success? Relationships and teamwork. Third senior, what will be our keys to success? Teamwork. Fourth senior, what will be our keys to success in 2023? Team coherence. Fifth senior, what will be our keys to success in 2023? Hard work and team chemistry. Sixth senior, what will be our keys to success in 2023? Hard work, preparation, and teamwork. Seventh senior, what will be our keys to success in 2023? Playing it together as a team. Last senior, what will be our keys to success in 2023? Good team chemistry. So there you go. 6-7 months ago, before we even started summer workouts, that's what these seniors were talking about. That's what the seniors were thinking about as far as our keys to success. And I would say I'd like to see a round of applause right now for these guys, because I think they really did a good job with that. So I'd like to just take a minute and talk about maybe each person for a second, and maybe what they've meant to me, maybe what I think they meant to this football team. We ask our seniors to lead. We had some leadership meetings last spring with all the seniors and talking about the 2023 season, how we wanted to go, our dreams, what our goals and aspirations were, but also kind of how we wanted to function as a team. And so I guess my theme tonight would be teamwork and how these guys led our team as I kind of saw it. So I want to start with Josh Moldy. Where's Josh? Right here? Okay, for those of you who don't know Josh, this was Josh's first year of playing football. And so I think what Josh Moldy demonstrated to me and brought to this team was courage. Courage to try something new and that he's never done before. And so I want to thank you for that. And the other thing I want to say about Josh is he was such a student of the game. You know, Coach Pingle talked about our junior high preparatory program, and guys, you know, spending 2 years learning junior high football, learning football at the junior high level, and then freshman level, and then JV. Well, Josh didn't get any of that. And so there'd be times, I remember even early in the year, he'd come into his playbook and say, well, Coach, what about this? What about that? And so I just want to thank you, Josh. I want to thank you for coming out. I want to thank you for your courage to do that, your senior year, and I want to thank you for being a student and modeling to our younger guys what it means to be a student of the game of football. So can we give a round of applause for Josh? John Boonder. Where's John? Oh, there he is. Good-looking guy in the end. John returned to football this year after a couple years of not playing, and what a blessing it was. I remember sitting down with him this spring and talking about it. Now, he was getting excited about it. I was getting excited about it. And, of course, then I roped him into some work for the well this summer. I don't know if you remember John. We had some bunch of stuff to move for the well, and John brought his trailer, and we spent most of the day doing that. And we just talked about football, but I think the thing that John brought to the table, brought to our team, was physical strength, emotional strength, leadership, and really big-hearted. John did whatever we asked him to do, had a little bit of an injury early in the year, and he was basically got checked out and given the green light to play through some pain, and I think he really demonstrated that, what a big-hearted guy, and how strong he was, not only physically but also inside. So thank you, John. Isaiah Breams. Isaiah Breams. Where's Isaiah? There he is, right next to John. When I think about what Isaiah Breams brought to our team in terms of leadership, I just wrote down great leader, fierce competitor, wise. I felt like, when people had questions on our team, I felt that they looked to Isaiah for answers. And then I used here's a word that just came to me: galvanizing. I felt like he really was able to kind of galvanize our team, kind of get our team excited, lead our team that way. So I thought Isaiah had a great year on both sides of the ball, tight end and defensive end, but was a great leader for us. So thank you, Isaiah. Keegan Fatma. Oh, we're going in order here. Okay. This is my thoughts about Keegan. I think that Keegan led our team by showing the whole team what hard work, big-hearted, and great effort can do, and great technique can do as a football player. There were many nights where Keegan was outweighed. Would you agree with that, Keegan? Keegan played on the line, played offensive line, left tackle for us, and played on the defensive end, played on the defensive line. And there were many nights where Keegan was outweighed, but he was never out hustled, never out effort, never out hearted. And I think obviously he played at a very high level, and I think he led our team that way. So thank you, Keegan. Caden Cruid. This is Caden's second year of football, and so last year was a really learning year for Caden, I think. And so I think that the thing that impressed me about Caden this year, and I think what he brought to our team, was just such a great, willing attitude. We went to Caden several times this year and asked him to do something maybe a little different, play a different position or fill in for somebody, and this was Caden's response. Absolutely. I'll do whatever you need me to do. Got to push me up. I don't know exactly what to do yet. But his willing attitude to do whatever needs to be done to make our team successful, I think that was pretty contagious for our whole team. So thank you, Caden. Noah Nunnikoven. I said this after the Grundy game. I thought Noah really led us this year in a lot of different ways. As I was thinking about what it is that what impressed me about Noah this year particularly was, this is going to sound weird, Noah, but it's a compliment. There's a proverb that says, I wrote down apples of gold. There's a proverb that says a wise saying, an apt saying is like apples of gold in a setting of silver. As we went through the year, went through training camp, went through our season, I just felt like when something needed to be said, and something needed to be said well, not always easy to be said. Maybe it was something needed to be hard to said, but Noah was willing to do that, and he stepped right into it. And I thought Noah did a great job of leading his team by saying not only doing the right things, but saying the right things at the right time. So thank you, Noah, for that. Benny Schurz, maybe just the opposite. Roy wrote down as, Benny's a man of few words, but he led by example. Nobody worked harder. Preseason, summer, he ran extra, lifted extra. He was prepared. It was no surprise to any of us that when we opened up the Des Moines Christian game, we took the opening kickoff back, and Benny was the guy because he was prepared. He had led by example, and I think he showed that, which obviously that's the greatest type of leadership, is when you lead by example. So, Benny, thank you for every way you led our team, but particularly when you led by example. Caleb Van Arendonk. For me, it's so Caleb, again, back out this year as a senior after missing his junior year. And I guess the thing that really struck me was, number one, your willingness to try. I went to Caleb, was it early in the summer, Caleb, or late spring, early summer? I can't remember. Before football started. And I asked him if he would consider playing quarterback, which he's never played before. And I think he kind of looked at me like, a little crossways maybe. It's like, are you sure, Coach? But I think those of us who have watched Caleb over the years, he's a great athlete. He's a great decision maker, a great leader. And so we felt like if he would give it a try, that quarterback could be a good position for him. And so I put down willing to try and unbelievable growth. Because as you watch Caleb play every game, every week, he just got better and better and better, and obviously he led us to the playoffs. And I also wrote down unflappable, very, very poised, very calm in the huddle, led very well in the middle, sometimes of stressful situations. So thank you, Caleb, for coming back out, and you did a great job of leading us in those ways. Trey Van Manen. Trey, again, coming back out as a senior after missing his junior year. So I thought he was very courageous about that. And we were looking for a new center as Mitchell Van Zee had graduated the year before. And so I went to him in the spring and said, would you consider playing center, which is a really big position for us because the center snap's got to be perfect every time. And so he said he would do that. And I think, kind of like Keegan, there were many nights where Trey was giving up some size and some weight to the guy across from him, particularly that guy from PCM. So I said, I think he demonstrated to himself and all of us, and particularly to our young guys, what a courageous effort looks like, and what faithfulness looks like, being faithful to a task and being resolute in the face of a tough adversity situation. So Trey, thank you for coming back out this year and leading us so well from the center spot. And then Trevor Veenstra. I think you don't have to watch football for very long and watch Pella Christian football these last few years just to see how strong and big and powerful and fast Trevor is. I think he demonstrated that on the field. And I think obviously he led us that way. I think you saw it in the playoff game against Grundy. So I saw it in the playoff game against Ogden. I think he really got us going in that first run of the second quarter. He got really just kind of ignited our whole offense. But you saw it time out again on defense. But I think what struck me about Trevor this year and how he led our team was just how servant-hearted he was. When John had his knee injury, Trevor actually came to the coaching staff and said, Coach, we have some backups at running back, but we don't have a backup at tackle, so I'm going to move to tackle. And so I think Trevor set the tone for our whole team right there. as a coaching staff, after that happened, we all just like, okay, we're going to be really good, because when someone is talented and as accomplished as Trevor is and has been, willing to go to tackle, I think that really said a lot about Trevor, and I think it really set the stage for our team and our success this year. So thank you, Trevor. Okay, what we do, we'd like to roll the highlight video now. So seniors, you guys can have a seat so you can see a little better. I think this is about a 2 or 3 minute video. Mason Westerkamp put this together. Yeah, I'll send that video out to everybody so you guys can have that. Okay. What we'd like to do now is we have a few all district honors, both on the field and also academic, that we'd like to take a minute and introduce those teams, please. So Coach Booner, yeah.
First team offense, Caleb Van Arendonk. First team offense, Isaiah Breams. First team offense, Benny Schurz. First team defense, Brecken Ritzert. First team defense, Cooper Sprunk. First team defense, Connor Van Zee. Defensive MVP, Trevor Veenstra. Second team defense, Garrett Wheelard. Second team defense, Landon Fransman. Second team offense, John Boonder. Second team offense, Keegan Fatma. Honorable mention, Caden Crude. Honorable mention, Noah Ninakoven. Honorable mention, Trey Van Manen. You're all district honors.
Maybe. Get the honor here to announce and hand out the all-district academic team. Now, the nice thing about this, and I'm excited that this is pretty thick, because most of these people here then will have, have done the work in the classroom to understand how good it is to go out for track in the spring. And it's okay if you're not in here, then just come out and hang out for track with the other people that are going to. Toby Belzer. Eli Cadwell. Brecken Ritzert. Devin Runner. Blake Six. Dylan Udemark. Did I say it right? Caleb Volk. Garrett Wheelard. Landon Fransman. Camden Parker. Cooper Sprunk. Josiah Vink. Isaiah Breams. Look surprised. Why did Isaiah look so surprised? That's his first one, he says. All right. Keegan Fatma. Caden Crude. Noah Nunakoven. Benny Schurz. Caleb Van Arendonk. Trey Van Manen. and Trevor Veenstra. In your academic all-district team.
Who's starting up with the coaches' awards? Caden? Okay.
Okay, I overthought it, okay? Yeah. All right. So my coach is Coach Schoenhoven, who is our wide receivers coach. And I must say, when I first met him, when we started doing our conditioning, and Coach introduced him as our wide receivers coach, I said to myself, there's no way this guy was a wide receiver. He is way too big. And I was right. He played fullback in college. So it was pretty great getting to know him. And he really taught me how to be a better wide receiver. And I got my first touchdown this year, so that was really great. And I'll attribute part of that to Coach Schoenhoven. So thank you, Coach Schoenhoven.
I have the privilege of giving a speech for Coach Freeze. This was his very first year coaching for us. None of us were very familiar with him, so on the first day of practice, everyone watched as a tall, muscular man with luscious locks on his head jogged out to the field. This happened to be Coach Freeze. Sadly, he cut his hair midway through the season. Coach Freeze was very helpful in coaching the O-line along with tight ends. Thank you for being motivational and encouraging in everything you said. You were a great help to the O-line in more ways than one. Thank you for being a knowledgeable, understanding, and helpful coach. There have been many memories made with Coach Freeze as he taught us how to work hard, support others, and enjoy the moment you're in. Thank you for everything you have done for this team. Thank you, Coach Freeze.
So I have the honor of thanking Coach Schuler. And so he was our special teams coach, and this was his first year. And he actually had a huge impact on our team, and I was super grateful for him, even though I didn't get to work with him very much. So towards the end of the season, Coach Cack started highlighting the importance of special teams and saying that kickoff is the first play of offense and kick return is the first play of other way around. Kickoff is the first play of defense, and kick return is the first play of offense. And so that was really important. I think special teams was a big part of our game. Against Des Moines Christian, Benny started it off with a kick return, and then we ended up having 3 kickoff returns and 1 punt return for touchdown. And so I never really heard anything negative about Coach Schuler, and so I think I speak on behalf of the whole team in saying thank you, and we're grateful for your commitment to our team.
So I have the privilege of talking about Coach Newsma, our running backs coach. So thanks for teaching us everything we know about being a running back. I thought we wouldn't work on ball security as much as I have, but I guess it helped a lot considering we didn't fumble much this year. But although we struggled with modern lingo like the word shicey and dripped, he still never failed to teach us things like how to be a good running back and how to lower our shoulder when running the ball. He played a big part in success at Pella Christian this year. And thank you for coaching us in these past 2 years at Pella Christian.
So I have the privilege of talking about Coach Dayton. Coach Dayton was a quarterback coach, and me being a first-time quarterback, I couldn't have asked for anyone better as a coach to guide me through the ins and outs of the quarterback position. Coach Dayton is also one of the most joyful coaches you'll ever meet, putting a smile on your face every time you see him. Not only is he a great coach, he is also a great friend, creating great relationships throughout the whole team. Although he is a great person, I wouldn't take his opinion on NFL teams and other professional sports opinions. But his breath is always fresh from those mints. Coach Dayton is an all-around great guy. Thank you for being such a big part of our team. Thank you, Coach Dayton.
I have the pleasure of thanking both Coach Egley and Coach Pingle. I'll start with Coach Egley. Coach Egley was not my position coach this year, but for the past 2 years, he's been guiding my path on defense. Last year, I moved positions a couple of times and landed at outside backer. He helped me grow into that new position and was a key element in how I became the player I am now. He has taught me a lot when it comes to form tackling and play recognition. He is always willing to have a conversation with me and joke around when we aren't running plays. He's an excellent motivator, and he's your guy if you have any questions. However, Coach is apparently not your guy if you want to put a coach with pads on our scout team. He says he has to watch the defense or some other excuse, but I think he's just scared of facing us. Anyway, but in all seriousness, thank you for your being a leader on our defensive squad, and thank you for all you have done for us. And now I have Coach Pingle. Coach Pingle is my defensive back coach and has influenced how I play the game of football. I moved back to cornerback this year and have improved my game significantly. He is one of the most dedicated people I have met. He watches films and gives us sheets to talk about what we can improve on in our individual plays so that we can go home and learn from our mistakes. He wants to do whatever he can to help us become better players. I appreciate his willingness to listen to what I have to say so that I can learn and understand what is going on around me. Coach Pingle also acts as one of our trainers. If you have something that is bothering you, you talk to Coach Pingle. If you need to know how to stretch a certain muscle, you talk to Coach Pingle. And if you can't find a trainer and need to be taped, talk to Coach Pingle. Through all his hard work and expertise, our team as a whole has been getting less injuries and staying healthier. But there's one thing I don't quite understand about Coach Pingle. He never gets cold. We've practiced in 30-degree weather and 20 miles per hour winds, and he would still be standing outside, a t-shirt, shorts, and his visor. Anyhow, thank you, Coach Pingle. And no socks. Thank you, Coach Pingle, for your commitment to our football program and players. I'll see you in track season.
Tonight, I get the honor and pleasure of thanking Coach Bender. First off, I'm going to relieve a little bit of stress for him and tell him I did not get the video from Austin. So those of you who saw it last year will know what I'm talking about, but I'm sorry that you didn't get to see it. Coach Bender was my position coach as a defensive lineman, and as you can see, I don't look like your typical defensive lineman. But Coach Bender, throughout my 4 years, has helped me and taught me the position, which allowed me to have success on the field, and for that, I owe him a huge thank you. Watching film with Coach Bender is very exciting, and you never know when he'll make a joke or when you'll get what we call laser butt on yourself with a pointer laser for not taking the right steps or occupying the correct gap. Before the PCM game and our team meeting, Coach Bender told us to play for our brothers, as they do in the Marines. And we all remember that it took a maximum effort from every single person to win that game. And what Coach Bender said to us really hit hard and became a theme for the ongoing year. I would like to thank Coach Bender one last time for everything he does, and also remind him that he promised the D-line a steak dinner at his house. Secondly, and I'm not sure if she's here or not, I would like to thank someone who doesn't get a lot of recognition, but does a lot of tremendous work for our team, and is the team mom, Mrs. Cack. It is evident that Mrs. Cack truly cares for each member of the team, and during games, she's always there to stretch a cramping leg or pray over an injured player. Coach Cack loves to tell us how much he is blessed by Mrs. Cack, and as a team, we would like to thank her for blessing us every game and every week. So thank you, Mrs. Cack.
Today, I have the honor to talk about our head coach, Coach Cack. Coach Cack is not just our football coach. He is also an amazing storyteller, a mentor to us all, and is an example of a true man of God. Under Coach Cack's guidance, our team has had remarkable success and growth that we knew we could make. Going into the year, there were many uncertainties with positions and how we were going to run our offense. As most of you know, we completely switched our offense, which was a struggle at first, but Coach Cack had a plan for every person on the team. One of the most helpful things is that Coach Cack instilled leadership skills in all of us, leading us to success on and off the field. Coach Cack has expressed to us that he cares about us beyond the game of football and has lived it out well. He cares about us physically, mentally, but most importantly, spiritually. Every day, Coach Cack was trying to help us better ourselves and bring us closer to God. He would always give us talks about our spiritual journey, and he would bring in Coach Deal in for chapel, which we all loved. I think I can speak for all the seniors when I say that throughout these 4 years of playing football, I've grown closer to the Lord, and you have played a very important role in that. Even though we didn't get the undefeated season that we wanted, we did end up going undefeated on coin tosses this year, which is probably one of the only times that's going to happen. Thank you, Coach Cack.
Trevor, thank you for mentioning Coach Deal, because Coach Deal has been our chaplain for many years. He was our chaplain again this year, and he was here for the banquet, but he couldn't stay for the word ceremony. So Coach Deal has been a dear friend of mine for a long time, and I thought he did a great job again this year of bringing home some spiritual truths to our team. So, okay. Well, I think it's time to wrap this up. How are we doing on time? Oh, I'm pretty good. So I would like to close with prayer. But before I do, I'd just like to thank, first of all, one more thing. There's one big group we have not thanked tonight. Players, who is it? That's right. So I'd like to have all the players stand up, turn around, and give your parents a big round of applause. Players. And I guess the last thing I'd like to do is, before I pray, I'd like to thank the team for it's a great year. I said this to them after the Grundy Center playoff game. This has been as fun a year as I've ever had. I want to thank our coaching staff. This has been the best year for me as and our coaching staff, and for our team. I thought our team dynamic was fantastic, and the growth that we saw this year. You know, someone once said, a day is measured in minutes, but a lifetime is measured in moments. And so I want to thank you for some great moments this year. I want to thank you for the opening kickoff against Grundy Center. It's like 107 degrees, and we go out and bring that thing back. I want to thank you for the double overtime win against PCM. I'm going to remember that game forever. Troy Huggins says that was one of the top 5 wins in PC history, and I think he posted a Facebook post about it. But that was a great win, and all the way through the season, Trevor's big run against Ogden was just a monster run. After we scored the second touchdown against Grundy Center, I think I saw Keegan Fatma fly for like 10 yards. It was unbelievable. I'm going to remember that. So I hope, my prayer is that you guys remember all the good things that we did. And we talked, maybe to close this out, we talked about Ephesians 2:10 several times this year. Ephesians 2:10 says, "For we are God's craftsmanship, workmanship, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which he's prepared for us in advance to do so." And so, we really believe as a coaching staff that these young men, God has work for them to do. And we also told them not to compare themselves with each other because their work's going to be different. Some of you guys are going to be teachers. Some of you guys are going to be doctors. Some of you are going to be maybe coaches, farmers. But God has work for you guys to do. And our prayer as coaches is that by playing PC football and by playing athletics here at PC, that's preparation for the work that God has for you. So, if you bow your heads, let's close in prayer. Father God, I thank you for a great night. I thank you for a great season. You blessed us in so many ways. But I also want to thank you particularly for our seniors and for blessing us for this senior class. And I'd like to pray for them now as they move on to the next thing. They move on to basketball. They move on to track and field or baseball. But more importantly, as they move into the thing that you've called them into, the work that you have for them. I thank you for our parents. Thank you for our families here at Pella Christian. Thank you for all the support staff, all the people that make things go around here. So Lord, we pray. Pray for each member of our team, and again, particularly for our seniors. Thank you for a great season and a great night. Pray us all in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you. Thank you very much.